I've been directing scene 11, the questioning with the girls, and what I decided to do was with the staging, I had the headmaster sat on top of the chairs on the back, sat on top of the platform at the back, and I had the girls looking up to him from underneath the platforms that we have at the front. The reason why I decided to do that is because it made the head look very intimidating and looking over all of the girls, and you didn't necessarily need to see the girls' facial expressions in order to understand sort of the situation that they were in. And it allowed moments for when you could see their face, when I decided that, because Friend seems to be the sort of dim one in this scene, who gives away what's happening. When she blurts out exactly, you're able to see, that's when you're able to see the girls' faces. So I directed them to turn their heads towards Friend with this sort of, not disgusted look, but when one of your friends has basically snitched on you, this sort of like, how dare you say that sort of thing, because basically she's given it away. And I think this scene sort of shows the solidarity between the friends. So I made sure so I tried to make that important. So the moment they actually feel free to move is when the head teacher leaves the room. I then had them sort of pivot round, which looked really nice for the audience to see, and it was a nice transition so that you could watch them have their conversation, and you could see their facial expressions. This is the moment when they first discover that they hate love, and each time one of them starts speaking about their opinion of love, they start to stand up, and it shows that solidarity between the girls as they're all joining together. This is even more evident when it gets to about here, where Sophia says, "Yeah, now look how that turned out. I'm never going to love anyone, never." And then they all say, "Me neither," and they'll put their hands in the middle together. And I direct each time one of them says "me neither," I directed them to put their hands in the middle. Sort of, it's a very immature act that the audience can understand 10-year-olds doing, so it's not too unrealistic for them to do that. And then Sophia said, and then they all hug each other at the end, and Friend, playing with that sort of dim card again, says, "You're all great, I love you," at which point they all move out of this hug away from her and stare at her confused. To which she realises what she says and just sort of tries to cover it up, like, well, just, you know. And then when the head teacher turns back, they're more like proud and they're more like not caring about X, so they're going to sort of say this, say, "Yeah, we hate him. We've had to suffer a lot because of him." Sort of ready to stick together against him because they blame him for what happened, even though that they were the ones who made him slip up. And the head you can see is sort of a buffoon as well, from the fact that he's been trying to sort of work it out, and he thinks that he's sort of cracked the case, and that he's been a really great head teacher, when really all he's done is he's just sort of forgiven a bunch of girls who have just tried to hurt someone. So in order to show that, I would have the person playing the head teacher really smiley and cheery and proud of himself by putting his hands on his hips and showing that to the audience.